watched any sort of hair tutorial for vintage hairstyle, you'll have found the Flax Seed setting lotion recipe out there and tried out by people far more experienced than me. But just in case, here is my go at it. It's as simple as this. 1 teaspoon of flax seeds, they must be whole, not ground or milled. A cup of water, I'm using distilled water because where I live the water is very hard. And then bring them to a simmer for 7 to 8 minutes. Strain and add essential oils. It's as simple as that. The most important thing to remember is to keep it in the fridge. And you're looking for a consistency that is similar to an egg white. You can then apply it to your hair as you would any other setting lotion, either on dry or wet hair. Leave overnight or an equivalent amount of time, and then you should have curls, more set than as if just with water, definitely more set than just with nature, and without the crispy chemical after effects of shop-bought setting lotion. It's as simple as that. Push the seeds through a sieve with a spoon to get all of that sort of gooiness out, and then add a few drops of essential oil, although this is optional. Wait for it to cool down and then keep in the fridge till you're ready to use it. To my amusement, while I was making my setting lotion on Saturday morning, my good friend and colleague, Brooklyn Michelle, all the way over in New Zealand, saw that I was doing this on Instagram and had a go at making her own. I'm just transferring the liquid that I need into a little spray bottle, but you can equally use your fingers to apply it if you prefer. And now we have the grand application. I have just washed my hair, I'm brushing it, and about to apply the setting lotion. Now this is the bit this is where you want to look away if you know anything about doing your hair. I just spray it on, that's absolutely fine, brush it through to get it from the root to the tips, and then I've started putting my hair in sponge rollers. I'm just doing this in the style that I like my hair to be curly. I vary this depending on mood, time, and what I want to do. But what I'm not very good, as I will explain when we get to the brushing it out stage, is putting my hair in curlers and brushing it out. I get the results I want. There are probably things I could do to make it better. I've watched much more experienced people than me do beautiful jobs with their hair. I've just possibly come to accept that I don't have that ability. Yes, if I did this absolutely every day, I would probably get better. But what I want to say is, if you know what you're doing, look away now, or if you don't know what you're doing, go and watch somebody else. This is just me going through the application and the process, which is partly why I've speeded it up so much, so that you aren't trying to follow this for the perfect details. This is just how I get my hair under control and ready to sleep in. And good morning and welcome to day 1 of the curls and my poor approach to brushing out. I was just showing you one of the sponge rollers there because you probably didn't see them very well when I was putting them in. So as a little review of what it's like on my hair, it's not as crisp and as set as a chemical shop-bought setting lotion, but it is giving it a little more definition and bounce than if I'd just used water, and certainly if I just set my hair in rollers without any assistance. My hair is completely straight naturally and requires quite a bit of effort to get it to go curly. And now you're going to watch me try to sort of tame it into a sort of frizzy situation. I've experimented with some pomades in the past to get rid of the frizz, but actually because it takes quite a bit of effort to get my hair curly, I just work with the frizz rather than trying to get rid of it. So that's style 1. Alright, so if you've watched that, you'll have seen that I don't really do proper trained brush outs because I don't seem to have the knack of it. Watched lots of videos, haven't got there. Sometimes I can achieve a sort of 30s water wave effect with there's finger wave clips and lots of brushing. But actually, the reason I curl my hair is because I don't have very much hair and I like the oomph, so I like to have this side going down and the lower part here going up, so that when I pin it up I sort of get that. So it's a bit bouncy today. But tomorrow it will be perfect. It'll be exactly what I want, sort of gentle waves down and finger wave and then flipping up. I don't have any hair here. You know, obviously if it was an Edwardian fashion you'd have a big bun there as well, fake or real. But yeah, the effect of the setting lotion is that those curls feel very soft, but they feel stronger than if I just set them with water. There's none of the crispiness of the normal shop-bought setting lotion. So I'm going to try and maintain these for a couple of days. I will have to pin curl or sponge roller them back in at night and cover them up. If I just slept on it, I tend to sleep with my hair pinned up anyway. If I just slept on it, we would just be back to waviness by tomorrow. But if I pin curl and reset, then we'll have curls still. And I will try and do some other hair variations. But actually this is sort of my everyday hair, because this works when it's straight as well. It doesn't look as nice in my mind, but it does still pin up like this when it's straight. It's just the curliness gives it some oomph and some body and some of the sort of more Edwardian texture. So yeah, as I said, this is not a how to brush out your hair to achieve it, and hair's really personal and really subjective. So if you want to try the setting lotion and then your normal curling or setting or brush out routine, then that would be brilliant, and I'd be interested to know what you achieve and what you get. But what I don't want is people telling me how I should do my hair differently or better. There's probably there's no doubt loads of things I could do to do it better, but I'm not going to do them because I've been trying for quite a long time and not really succeeding, but I'm happy with the results I get. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to go out now, but I'm not going to put any not going to put any hairspray or anything on it. I'm just living with it naturally. I will, if it's raining, tie my scarf back on like the Queen, like this, if I want to look like Dot Cotton, the actual Queen of wearing a headscarf, Dot Cotton, character from EastEnders, who was coincidentally in Sarah Jane Smith's first episode of Doctor Who as Lady Eleanor. But I prefer not to do that. I just prefer to wear a hat that covers everything up if I go outside when it's wet. Ultimately, if I go outside with my hair curled in the damp or the rain, I have straight hair, because there's no setting lotion on earth that makes it survive that. I hope that's helpful, and we'll check in later on and tomorrow to see how it develops. Alright, I'm going out now. Somebody's heard that. Did you hear me say we're going out? Did you? They can't see you, so I'm just talking to the floor. So I am going out now, so I'm just going to put this on so you can see. I normally wear a hat on the back of my head, so the front bit is still visible, but obviously that doesn't give it much protection, so I do sometimes tend to... Sorry, there is a dog breathing just there, but you can't see him, aren't you? So I just pull it over completely to hide any curls, but it's not actually raining too bad out there right now, so I'll go with my preferred look. Yeah, so there we are. See you later. And now you've seen my hair go from frizz to hopefully some sort of defined curl. To give you a contrast, checking back in with Brooklyn, she set her hair with sponge rollers and pin curls and left it overnight like me, and just gently finger combed hers in the morning and got some excellent curl definition, whereas I've got frizz like this. And then after 12 hours, her hair, after a gentle brush, still has some quite defined curls. She describes her hair as very fine and sleek, typically resistant to taking a curl, so she was very pleased with the results, and so am I. And for this evening, because I'm bored of sleeping on the sponge rollers, I'm just putting the curls back in with pin curls in exactly the same sort of pattern. And then taking them out again the next day. They're really nice shaped curls. I'm rather pleased with them, and I'm just sort of playing around. I lost some of the definition by brushing them. Perhaps I should have just kept them as they were. And because of that, I resorted to exactly the same faux Edwardian hairstyle again. I promise I will do something else with it, slightly different at some point. Because I got rained on a bit during the day, when I reset them this evening, I did apply more of the setting lotion. It's also getting close to hair washing night, so I didn't mind putting a bit of extra on. This is, again, entirely up to you, whether you work with the same amount of setting lotion all the way through the week or apply more. And because it is quite a natural product, I don't find the build-up of it does anything particularly irritating or harmful on my hair. And here we have the 4th day of my curls. I've actually left it quite late to brush them out today because I've been to the dentist's and I didn't feel perfectly set hair was required for that. I've not done a particularly good job, and as you can see here, I fiddled around for a bit, and when it wasn't quite right, did the very historical option of tying a headscarf around it, and all was improved. So there you have my 4 days of curls. I could carry this on for a bit longer. But if nothing else, I hope it's inspired you to give the Flax Seed setting lotion a try.